Hey everyone, Dave Six here. I just want to shoot a quick video. I'm having some seasonal situations going on right now, so excuse the red eyes and stuff. I don't want you to start thinking it's anything other than that. It's allergy season right now, and I'm getting hit with it. So that's what that is. So today I want to talk about the power of focus. Yesterday I had mentioned about being able to control your thoughts and where they go, and there really is a formula, a way to do that, a formula to do that, and something that I've kind of realized as I've been growing and trying to do better at things and realize what's going to help me best. These are kind of some of the things that I've realized that have helped me. So being able to control my focus is probably the biggest thing. Like I said yesterday, being able to control your state is like the biggest thing that will change everything out there. Well, you have to be able to control your focus to be able to stay in those states, because if you get into a good state and you're like hyped up and you're motivated and you're rocking it and you're doing things, and all of a sudden your focus drifts away and you start thinking about some negativity bull, something that you're like worried about that's gonna happen, hasn't even happened yet, and you're like, oh my God, like whatever, you're stressing yourself out. You gotta cut that crap out. You gotta cut it out. And so I want you to be aware that whenever we think about something, it's through questions. And now you might think like, oh, that seems kind of weird, but if you really think about it, that's all it is. Internal dialogue is all questions. It's thinking about, well, what is this? What is that? Who thinks of me this way? How can I do better? Why am I not good enough? Why am I not doing well enough? Why can't I achieve this thing? And the words, the individual words that we use play a big role just as much as the entire question itself. If I were to say something like, why can't I achieve something, versus how can I achieve something, where do you think your focus is going to go? How can I achieve it? How can I get this done? And with that being said, you're subconsciously, through the use of questions, you're subconsciously letting your mind go to certain places. So if you're constantly in this negative state of negativity and bad questioning, and just like, oh, I'm not good enough, woe is me, I can't lose weight, I can't do this at work, I can't accomplish this at the gym, that's bull. And your mind's going to say, yeah, you can't, because you're giving in to the answers, you're giving in to yourself and your negativity, and your brain's just going to follow you. But if you were to say like, okay, I have a goal, I have an outcome that I want, something that will happen, how can I best get there? How can I get there? And your mind's going to start to shift and say, okay, well, how can you get there? Let's figure this out. And subconsciously, things will just kind of start coming together, and maybe you'll read the right article because it just happened to glance through your desk or through your desktop. Maybe you're trying to get something done at work and you just happen to meet the right person. I really think that the laws of the universe kind of come into play here, because when you start training your brain to act in certain ways and do certain things, things start coming to you that, are kind of related to that. Things just kind of start happening to you. And a quick example to prove that, I went to this awesome seminar about a year and a half ago, and it was on personal development, and it was by far the coolest thing I think I've ever done to date. And a lot of things that we went over were talking about how to shape your focus and how to do these things. And we had to do these exercises during the seminar where like we had to write certain things down that we wanted to have happen. We wanted certain outcomes within a certain timeline. Well, I went through my notebook the other day, just a couple of days ago, looking back through that right before I started these videos, and it's so crazy to me because a lot of the things that I wanted to have happen when I was at the seminar a year and a half ago have happened. It's nuts. I can't believe it, because my questions started to change. They started to shape what I was doing in my daily life, and things just started happening for me. Things started coming together. I started eating better. I started exercising more. I started getting around the right people, and I got an opportunity to coach at a local gym that I love, and the people around there are just so inspiring to me that was one of the things that I wanted to have happen. I wanted to continue coaching at the local gym. I wanted to get through school, which I'm doing. And another thing about school. So one of the things that I'm struggling with is going through chemistry, science classes. I'm struggling. Like I started taking it 2 different times now. Got about, I don't know, not even a quarter of the way in. It was just so over my head that I was like, this is nuts. I can't do this. But my questions were all wrong. It's, I can't do this. This is too hard. This is not for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I considered changing what I wanted to do with my life. I considered changing what I'm so passionate about because of a stupid class. Well, I want to let you know that I didn't. I didn't end up changing it. And I'm going back, and I figured out what I needed to do. I'm hiring a tutor, so I'm knowing my outcome. My outcome is that I'm going to pass this class the next time that I take it with an A, and I will prove to you that. I will put it on a video, and I will keep you up to date with how I'm doing it, but I'm hiring a personal tutor. I'm getting someone who knows what's going on, who knows how to get through the material, and who can teach it to me. So I know my outcome. My reason why I want to do this is so that I can get the heck on. I can be done with school. I'm so sick of it, but at the same time, I want to pass it. I'm goal-oriented. I'm an achiever, and my military background has taught me that when you start something, you're going to finish it, and regardless of how hard it is, you're going to get the job done. That's the task at hand. That's what needs to get done, and that's what I'm going to do. So like I said, my outcome is to finish that class. I have a plan set in place. I know my why, and that's all I need. As long as I start following those things, my questions, I'm going to start, I'll be able to manage my focus through the use of questions. Now that I have that tutor, everything's going to start coming together, and I'm going to show you. It's just going to smoothly, it's going to sail through. I mean, it's hard work. Anything worth doing is going to be hard. That's why it's worth doing it. So, keeping this short, staying on task. I'm kind of ranting here, and that's okay. Are you still with me? Are you still there? Are you paying attention? Are you off on your desktop on your Facebook? Go ahead and come on back to me. Being done with my rant, I'm going to finish here. Guiding your focus. Let's start asking the right questions instead of the I can'ts and the why can't I's. That needs to be done. We need to ask the empowered questions of how can I most effectively, questions like what do I need to do to get this done? How can I get this done better? How can I help others in the process? Questions along those lines, and you can kind of start playing around with this on your own. And just kind of take notice of how that's going to go for you, and let me know. Let me know if something as simple as asking a different question is benefiting you in your life. I want to end on that note. Thank you so much for paying attention and for following along with me. I appreciate you. I love y'all, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.